Guys, in today's video I'll be talking about DayZ being fixed and the future of the game in my eyes anyway, and how I hope the game will go on the Xbox One platform and also PC I guess, but mostly the Xbox because that's what I'm playing it on at the moment. DayZ is fixed. I know this is a big statement, but in my eyes, I think it is mostly there. I'll go over in this video why I believe truly why the game is fixed and almost there. But first, if it's our first time meeting, my name's Conor Ryan. This is my YouTube channel where I upload gameplay, game talks, and game reviews. If you're new, consider subscribing. So let's get right into it, guys. It's definitely come a long way on the Xbox platform since the August 29th release, which was a few weeks ago. It was a month ago now actually. It just came out of the blue, like everyone was shocked. There was like no news for it, no hype around it or whatever, and the game just came straight out of nowhere. The biggest issue on the August 29th release, when they gave out the 5,000 beta codes, if you guys actually remember that, was the server side, and the servers just kept crashing. Everyone just couldn't get into a game. There was limited servers. There's probably like about 25 servers, I'd say, or whatever. But the servers just had a really hard time actually coping with the amount of people trying to join the servers at the same time, and the servers just kept crashing and going offline. And now there's probably 250 servers for the European people. I don't know if that includes like the Russian servers and the Netherlands servers, but when I was playing there a few minutes ago, there was 250 European servers. I didn't check the rest of the servers, but I think there was like nearly 700 servers total if you include every single region that is in the game at the minute. But there was a tweet put up by Bohemia and the DayZ dev team just before recording this video, and it said that they restart the servers now every 5 hours to refresh the loot pool and whatnot on the servers, but also so it doesn't interrupt with game time and people playing, but it also takes a lot of the stress off the servers and, like, you know what, just more stable in general when they restart every 5 hours or whatever. The inventory now works. If you remember on the August 29th, it was a complete shambles. It was a mess. You couldn't store more than like 5 things in your jacket when you had about 20 slots in a hunter jacket, if you know what I mean. If you remember that, guys. But now you can fill up every single slot. Micromanaging now works, so you can move between like your pants and your trousers or whatnot. But none of that even worked at the August 29 release. But in under a month, if they've achieved this, it's pretty good in my eyes for the Xbox side of things, for them moving that like inch closer to being in par with the PC version, so they can just push them both to stable at the same time and then get the game out onto PlayStation 4 as well. The next thing that they also fixed was the voice over IP. If you remember in the... I'll say August 29th a lot in this video, but back when the game first launched in the closed preview, you couldn't be in a party at the same time with one of your friends or whatever, and if you switched to game chat or you left that party or whatever, you'd actually have to plug out your headset and plug it back in to hear people and, well, not hear them, but talk to them in game. That now is completely reworked and reiterated into the game, and it actually works now. So you can talk. I don't know if you can talk while in party to other people in game, but I know once you leave or switch to game chat, it works straight away now. And there's just basically been overall just more stability to the game, guys, since the closed preview. It runs a lot more smoother. There is still that like little stutter you get when you open the inventory on the old Xbox, the original Xbox. But if you open it on the Xbox One X, it should not stutter at all, I guess. I don't have an Xbox One X, so I can't really vouch for that, but even now, like the little things, like when you came back and your controller used to like disconnect, you'd actually have to close the whole game to restart it or whatever, because it didn't like recognize that you plug back in your controller and the game would just freeze. But all that stuff has like gradually just come together and fixed the game overall. It's a lot more stable area since the August 29th release, in my opinion anyway. But yes, it does have a good bit to go in my eyes before it's a full title, like adding the stuff back to the game, like, you know, like the blaze rifles and the bandanas and all the little like cosmetic items and guns and stuff like that. It might break the game again, who knows. Each item they add back might not agree with the new infusion engine they have. It might even break the game again, break it even further, who knows. Might have its own slew of bugs that come with each item when they add it back, and it will add more problems to the game or add more work for the dev team before they can push it to the stable branch and make the game, take the game out of early access, basically. But let's hope they don't actually do what Fortnite did and over add stuff and just not fix the game, basically, on that front, if you know what I mean. But so hopefully they just keep fixing the game as much as they can and worry about adding loads of stuff back together into the game after they've got rid of like the pre-existing bugs right now. So they have it in a really, really stable place, so then they can just pinpoint the further bugs when they add stuff back a lot more easy. But when the game gets out of early access, it will bring back a lot of the players, I feel, anyway. Who knows, though, it might not. But I feel, if you remember the mod and stuff like that, looking back at it and going back to play it again, the mod was actually pretty bad for graphics, gameplay, or whatnot. But just playing with your friends and like all the different mods that were inside the mod, like Epoch and Overwatch, when you go back and play them again, it's just so nostalgic and so much fun to actually play with your mates or whatever. But who knows, this might actually not even bring back the players, but I hope it will. I think it could do. But we all need modding as well on the DayZ, even though that's just a PC exclusive. It will definitely bring a lot of people back to the PC. But hopefully they can do something like Fallout and Bethesda did for the Xbox and actually introduce modding onto the Xbox. That would be pretty cool, I think, for the Xbox scene and the console scene. It'd be the second game with modding on console if they do bring it somehow. Hopefully they do. It'd be really, really interesting to see how that would work on the Xbox. The Xbox themselves could even set up something like a Xbox Workshop, like Steam or something, where you can go in for different games and download mods. But who knows? This is just me talking off stuff that I'd like to see in the game, which probably will never come anyway. But definitely with the whole engine change and the design team lead changes and stuff every few months, well, not every few months, but they've been through a few changes, has definitely set their plan back a good few steps. They have to gradually gain momentum again, which they're doing right now. As they said, they feel this is the year of DayZ. Might come at the end of the year that they get out of early access. Who knows, but I'd say it'll be the start of next year. Or just like halfway through next year that the game will fully be out. But the game is definitely on the right path and on the right mindset of the dev team, and they're definitely fulfilling their vision of the game and where they want to see it. But to finish up this video, guys, I finish up that the game isn't 100% done, or is it 100% fixed? I don't think so. But it is nearly there. They're definitely on the home stretch. They are so close to finalising the game and pushing it as a full stable product. If you do play the Xbox, and you're here for the Xbox side of things, the PUBG dev team only currently, a few weeks ago, actually pushed their full stable launch of 1.0 onto the Xbox, and the PUBG is now a full launch on the Xbox. There's achievements and everything. Hopefully this will happen for the DayZ product as well on the Xbox in the coming months, if not next year. So we can see modding, hopefully a lot more stable, which is, it's already stable, like I said, since the closed preview. The game's definitely in a lot better place, and hopefully overall it's just a lot more stable, and they add modding, like I said already. I basically just repeated myself. But if you're new to the channel, guys, like, comment, consider subscribing. If you're new to DayZ, or if you want to pick it up on Xbox, I'd say definitely pick it up. It's €40, $40, and it's £30, I believe. But the game's definitely worth picking up. Even if you have a couple of friends that you can play the game with, I'd say you should all just pick it up. If you're on the PC and you already play it, the beauty of DayZ is playing the game how you want to play it. It's not scripted or anything, but game is definitely a game to pick up, guys. The zombie genre is kind of reviving itself, I guess, but it's definitely suppressed by the whole slew of battle royale games that are out there now. But yeah, so that's it for this video, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.